Hi everyone, welcome to lesson 12. This week in lesson 12 we're going to be learning about graphing lines and plural nouns. I'm here in the table of contents for our course and we are getting really near the end. We have lesson 12, lesson 13, and lesson 14. Lesson 12 and 13 are pretty much the same format that the lessons have been each week, but lesson 14 is going to be a little different. So I wanted to show you a few things that are going to be different in lesson 14. So lesson 13, we're going to have an exam number 4, and we have portfolio project. The portfolio project is just the charts, lines, graphs, visual chart report to prepare you for the last exam. Remember, these visual chart reports you can use on your final exam, so do a good job with those. Lesson 14, this is just a heads up because there are some things that you can actually do ahead of time for lesson 14. So lesson 14, there's going to be a questions and conversations board, which is not required, but there will be no required discussion board in lesson 14, 2 weeks away from now. You will also see an English study guide. So I'm going to put a link to that. So if you would like to study ahead of time, you can work on that. And there's a study strategies thing that you can look at too. For lesson 14, there are, let's see, there are 5 things that are due for lesson 14. There's the final portfolio project reflections. There's the math final exam, the English final exam, and the attendance report, and then the exit survey. Those are all the things that you have to do, and they are all due on April 13th at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And April 13th is Friday. So you need to be aware that all the assignments for lesson 14 are due on Friday, not Saturday. So make sure you plan accordingly so you get those all done. The portfolio project reflections, I'm just going to show you what this looks like. And if you'd like, you can start working on this ahead of time. This might be a good thing for you to work on ahead of time. So if you can, the instructions are right here. When you click on this, this opens up a Word document. It downloads a Word document for you. So I'm going to open that up. You're going to answer some questions in this Word document. And then once you answer the questions, you're going to submit the Word document right down here where this button is. It's opening slowly. Okay, so this is the final portfolio project. There's 4 questions that you need to answer. Each question you're required to have 5 to 10 complete sentences. And you need to make sure that your sentences start with capital letters, they end with periods. You need to make sure your spelling is correct, your grammar is correct. And after you're finished typing up your sentences, you should have 2 to 3 people check over this and make sure that everything is correct in this. So this is something that you could probably work on ahead of time, maybe in lesson 12 or lesson 13, so that it can be done. That way you have more time to study and take your exams for lesson 14. So I will put a link to this right below here so you can work on this ahead of time if you'd like. There's 4 questions that you answer, and you can read through these. It's about what you've learned in this course. So if you have any questions about that, please let me know. So after you answer the questions and have 2 to 3 people check over it, make sure you save it and then you submit it right here. Okay. I think that's all I wanted to go over for lesson 14. Remember, this is lesson 14 that I was just talking about. Just to give you a heads up, we're in lesson 12 this week, and lesson 12 is normal. So if you have any questions about any of this, please let me know.